Good morning. Today, let us see the organisms and population chapter remaining. Please take page number 232 in your NCERT book and you can able to follow the concept. Here, you want to remember the population interaction. Here, you want to remember the population interactions. What do you mean by population? Population means a group of organisms together will be in an area that will call it as a population. So here, how the population will interact with each other, whether they'll get benefit or they are affected by the interactions. But we want to see the interactions among the populations. That is only we are going to see population interactions. So now look at the slide. Living organisms interact in various ways to form biological communities. So automatically the organisms will interact with each other and these interactions only will make a community. Okay, before it was a same number of organisms. So same number of organisms will make a populations. So many population will interact. So automatically you will get a communities. So that communities only will call it as a biological communities. And here there are two interactions. One is interspecific interactions. Another one is intraspecific interactions. So first one, interspecific means interaction of population of two different species. Inter means between. So between two different species is called interspecific. Interspecific. What is interspecific? Between the interaction of population of two different species or between two different species is called interspecific interactions. And next one, intraspecific interaction means intra means within. So it is an interaction of individual of the same species. So interactions of two type. We know what is population, what is population interaction. Population interactions will helps to make a biological community. Interspecific interaction means between two species. Intraspecific means within the species. How the interactions will be, that only we are going to see in this class. So the interactions are of following types. Here you want to remember first case is predation. Predation, normally we people are very familiar with the term predators. So predators only you want to remember under predation, that the process. So predation means automatically interaction between two species. They are not within species, between species. So this one it comes under interspecific. So it is a competition or interaction between, not a competition, interaction between two species like species A, species B. In that, species A will get benefit and species B won't get any benefit. So that is the thing, it was given nothing. That is a small sign denote there is no benefit for other organisms and means automatically here it is sometime it will lose its life also. So predators used to get benefit, that is a species A. So for that only we are denoting plus symbol. Species B, it is sometime it will lose its life and also it is affected by the predators, that was a negative symbol was given. So predation means here interspecific interactions, and here one species will get benefit, other species either lose its life or it is not getting any benefit. So that is the concept behind predation. We'll see in detail, but you want to remember the common population interaction. Second one, competition. Competitions we know, for example, if you are, that is intraspecific also, interspecific also. Suppose if you are growing some kinds of plants and sometime without knowing weeds also started to grow, and a competition between the same species, within a species also, between a species also, and both they are not getting any benefit because they should share the sunlight, they should share the water, they should share the available nutrition in the soil. So here a competition between two organisms, both also won't get a full 100% beneficial. For that only it was given both also negative sign. And third one, parasitism. Parasitism, we people are very familiar with the term. Here only one will get benefit, other is not at all getting any benefit. So for example, liver fluke or tapeworm, which will grow in our body, that organisms will get or will suck nutrition from our body, that is parasitism. Because of that organisms, we don't have any direct benefit. So for that only here species A is getting benefited, species B is not getting any benefit. Next one, commensalism. Commensalism also, here only one organisms will get benefited and other is not benefited, or it is not harmed. Sometimes it will be harmed, sometimes it is not harmed. So here we don't want to bother about. Sometimes it will be harmed, sometimes there is no effect of the other organisms. So that is only we'll call it as commensalism. So commensalism also between interspecific between two species. And here one species will get benefit, species A will get benefit, species B sometimes it is harmed, sometimes it is not harmed. So that category is called as commensalism. And next one, amensalism. Here species A and species B. Here two organisms, one is harmed severely and another is not that much benefit. That's the thing they are given, it no plus symbol. So one is harmly affected. Commensalism will tell it is a choice whether maybe it is affected or may not be. But amensalism, one species will be harmly affected, another species is not that much be affected. That is only we'll call it as amensalism. And next one, mutualism. Here mutualism, both also will get benefit. Very good example is lichen. Here algal partner also giving food to the fungi. Fungi is sucking nutrients and minerals from the atmosphere and it will give to the algae. So here both organisms will get benefit. So that will call it as mutualism. That's the thing it was given. Both also plus symbol. So we know what is population interactions: interspecific, intraspecific, and what are the types: predation, competition, parasitism, commensalism, amensalism, and mutualism. And here we'll see in detail by one by other. Next, first we'll see the predation. Okay, first we'll see the predation. Here we know it is a interspecific. So one same animal, they won't eat the same species of animal, they won't eat their organisms. Maybe for very rarely like some cobras and all they used to have. But here one species will eat other species. That is the concept behind the predation. So it is a interspecific interactions which predator, that is a strong animal, kills and consumes prey. Okay, kills and consumes prey, that is a weak animal. Therefore one species is getting benefited and other is harmed. Okay, so species A is benefited, species B is harmed. So that will call it as a predation. And predation is very important to transfer the energy from one level to another. Imagine if deer is not at all predated by the lion, and for lion what is the food? So here the energy channel is the predation only, and also to control the population, to control the deer population, it should be eaten by the lion or it should be eaten by the third level consumers. So predation is very important to control one population, and also it is a channel for the energy transfer. So energy transfer of energy from lower trophic level to higher trophic level, energy from lower trophic levels to higher trophic level, it is very, very important. And predator keep the prey population under control. So you want to remember only two concepts. It will help predation, it is an energy transfer tool, and it will help to maintain population under a control. Otherwise prey rich very high population density cause imbalance in the ecosystem. Imagine the whole area only the deer is present means automatically there is a competition for grasses also, because They are depending upon the grasses, and there is no food for the secondary level, tertiary level consumers also. So the predation will helps to maintain the one kind of population in an ecosystem, and also it acts as a channel for the energy transfer. So I think you are clear. Predation means interspecific interaction, predators, prey, one is getting benefited, other is harmed. So what is the purpose? To control the population and also transfer the energy I think that's all about the predation. Next we'll move on to the next slide. Sometimes, so this is another example. Sometimes predators are used as a biological control for pests. Imagine, that's the thing I told, to control one population. That might be anything. Okay, for example, here ladybird is or useful to control aphids. So these are the aphids. Okay, these are the small aphids. Okay, small insects. And if it is more, automatically it will disturb the population of plant populations. So here a ladybird was used. This is a ladybird word used to control the aphids. So a ladybird will eat all those aphids. So aphids population will be controlled. And also dragonflies. Okay, this is dragonfly. It is used to control the mosquitoes. So mosquitoes were eaten by the dragonflies. So automatically mosquitoes populations were be controlled. So predators are used to control the predators are used as a biological control for pests. Ladybird is used to eat the aphids, and dragonflies for mosquitoes. Dragonflies for mosquitoes. Clear, children? And next we'll move on to the another important part of the prey species. So we know, and the prey species have evolved various defense. For example, always the preying animals won't be the same like before, and they used to have some defense mechanism. And if defense, what and all defense mechanism, how they can able to safeguard from the predators. They need to escape and they need to live their life now. So how they will escape from the predators? So they'll get evolved, and they'll have some defense mechanism how to escape from the predators. So that's the thing we are going to see in the here. Some certain insects species and frogs have a camouflage. So camouflage means it will has the same kind of color or combination as like the nature. For example, here we can see the frog. Okay, frog, it possesses the same color combination of the rock. Okay, so how this normally it will be escaped from the predators. So that's the thing, they are possessing different character to escape from the predators. And certain insects will have a camouflage, that is cryptic colorization. Cryptic colorization are the same color, like some animals will be the same color of plant, some frog will be the same color of rock, some animals will be the same color of the tree. Okay, all those things are will called as camouflage to escape from the predators. These are the condition it was given into that. And so examples to reduce impact of predation. So some animals, they started to have the defense mechanism against the predations. And one more interesting, so first we saw frog and some of the animals, they possess a camouflage characteristic. And one more interesting one, monarch butterfly. Okay, it is normally this butterfly is very distasteful, meaning it is not that much tasty food. Was when it was predated by animals, means that normally that won't be very tasty. Why this monarch butterfly it is not very tasty means it possesses a special kind of chemicals in its body. That chemicals, will call it as cardiac glycosides. Okay, so this monarch butterfly possesses a cardiac glycosides chemical in its body. So this chemical is produced during its caterpillar stage even. Okay, why it possesses this cardiac glycosides means while this when it was in caterpillar stage, it used to eat one weed, that is a poisonous plant. That plant will call it as milkweed plant. Okay, milkweed plant, that is a very poisonous plant. It was eaten by the monarch butterfly in their caterpillar stage. Because of the milkweed toxic plant, it used to have a cardiac glycosides chemicals in its body. So if it was hunted by, if it was eaten by the predators, normally it will give a very distasteful taste automatically, and other animals normally they don't search for the monarch butterfly. So by this way, this monarch butterfly will escape from the predators. Normally this monarch butterfly used to lay their eggs in swan plant, SWAN, swan plant. But it used to eat a milkweed toxic plant. Because of that, it will have a cardioglycosides chemicals in its body, and it was predated by the other animal. It will give some distaste, and automatically the predators won't search for the monarch butterfly. So this is another defense mechanisms. And apart from that, some plants, they possess some toxic materials to escape from the herbivores. So herbivores are the predators for plants that already we know. Herbivores, they used to eat plants. And the problem of predation is more severe for plants than animals, as they cannot move. Normally, if a deer was hunted by the tiger, means automatically the deer will move fast and they will try to escape from the predators. But it is not in the case for plants. Plants, we know it is a non-moving organisms. It will be static, and it should be normally it cannot prevent the organisms will used to predate quickly. So how, in what way they'll escape from the predators, means by possessing some chemical components will create some stinky smell, and also will create some unpleasant smell, and also distasteful, will leads to escape from the predators. And here you want to remember, about 25% of the known insects are the phytophagus and feed on the plants up. And no insects normally they used to eat the plants up, that is protoplasm they used to have. And normally, and plants have developed certain morphological and chemical defense mechanism against herbivores. So thorns in bougainvillea and spines in acacia. So these thorns and spines will help morphologically, they will escape from the predators. And certain chemicals produced by the plants act for defense. For example, if you imagine a calotropis, it produces a highly poisonous material that will call it as a glycoside, as I told for the monarch butterfly. Similarly, here also a toxic material called glycoside, that is a cardiac poison, and it was eaten by the herbivore, means herbivore will get disturbed. So automatically no one herbivore will eat the calotropis. By nature even they possess a one toxic substance that will called as glycoside. And also nicotine. Nicotine, here you want to remember, nicotine is a chemical secondary metabolite. It is produced from the Tobacum nicotinum. Okay, Tobacum nicotinum, that is your umathambu. Okay, in that we can see the toxic rich substance. So no one animal will eat the tobacco. Okay, no one animal will eat the tobacco because of the presence of nicotine. So it is nitrogen rich secondary metabolite. It is a toxic. And caffeine, it is most of the plants like Coffea arabica and other plants, they possess caffeine. Okay, that is also secondary metabolite. It is also help to escape from the predators. And quinine, quinine is present in Cinchona officinalis, and this quinine is also secondary metabolite. And this quinine, nowadays they are using medicine in, normally the chloroquine, you are familiar with. Nowadays the doctors are suggesting they are using for this viral problem, coronavirus problem. So chloroquine, also the same chemical components. So it will kill. So quinine, it is for it is used to kill the malarial disease Plasmodium, and normally and chloroquine also used to kill the microorganisms. So the quinine has the capacity to kill the condition. So normally no predators, they won't invade these kind of plants. And strychnine is a Stracus nux vomica. It's a plant. In that they possess this strychnine, that is also a poisonous. And opium is your from papawar samni, from poppy seeds, your kasagasa. Okay, in that they possess a opium. Opium, it is also secondary metabolite. it won't be invaded by the predators. So all those secondary metabolites will help to protect from the predators. And sometimes these nicotine, caffeine, quinine, strychnine, opium, it is used in a medicine, and it will be used in a lower quantity for medicine and also for other purpose. And we should follow some certain rules and regulations to get benefit from the secondary metabolites. And these are the chemicals produced by the plants against herbivores. So we know how predation will be and what is the purpose of predation, and also how some animals possess some defense mechanism to escape from the predators, like camouflage and formation of thorn, spines, and also formation of some chemicals. And in their caterpillar stages of monarch butterfly and also calotrophes, herbivores, and all other different plants possess different chemicals to escape from the predators. And next one we'll see the next one we will see the competition. Before that, so I think you are clear about the predation, population interactions, okay, and predation, and what are ladybird and dragonfly, and prey species, defense mechanism, monarch butterfly, and herbivores, and thorn and calotrophes, etc. So we'll continue.